Hello everyone, this is an audio recording for visually impaired student. Today I am going to read a chapter named Fats, Oils and Detergent. Introduction. Oils and fats are widely distributed in nature both in animal and plant kingdom. In animal, they are present under the skin and in muscles, but in plant they are mainly found in the seeds. Some important examples of fats are butter, tallow, beef, etc. While groundnut oil, coconut oil, olive oil, cotton seeds, palm oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, linseed oil, sesame oil, etc. are the important example of vegetable oils. Fat and oils are one of the three major constituents of our food. The other two being carbohydrate and protein. In fact, fat and oil serve as energy reservoir for the animal. In human being, only a few hundreds gram of glycogen can be stored, which can barely supply the food energy need for about 12 to 18 hours. In contrast, large amount of fat, 12 kg of an average person weighted 70 gram can be stored, which can supply the food energy need for about 8 weeks. Besides this, oils and fats serve as a raw material for a number of industries such as soap, paint, and vanaspati ghee, etc. Natural fat. The fat obtained from animal source such as a butter from milk of cow and buffalo, lard from the hogs and tallow from sheep, goats, etc. are called natural fat. This name is simply given to differentiate these fats from those fats which are obtained by hydrogenation of oils. Edible and non-edible oils. Oils such as a ground oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, or mustard oil, olive oil, sesame oil, which are used for cooking purpose, are called edible oil. While oils such as a cotton seed oil, linseed oil, castor oil, which are used in soap, paint, varnishes, are called non-edible oils or the industrial oils. On the basis of iodine value, oils have also been classified as drying, semi-drying and non-drying oils as discussed in section 9.7. Industrial oil may include essential oils or minerals oils. Essential oils such as rose oil, jasmine oil, lavender oil, eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil are volatile oil isolated from plant. Essential oils may be hydrocarbon, alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, ester, but not ester of glycerol, etc. For example, peppermint oil, an essential oil, contain methanol as its chief constituent. Essential oils are mainly used in perfume, cosmetics, and in pharmaceutical products. On the other hand, mineral oils is a mixture of saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon and not esters or triglycerides. They can be saponified. They are called oils simply because of their physical appearance. They are non-edible and are mainly used as a fuel. Triglyceride composition of oil and fat. As stated above, fat and oil are triesters of glycerol with higher aliphatic monocarboxylic acid. In other words, they are trying acyl glycerol and are commonly known as glycerides. Fat and oils may be represented as a general formula CH2O C double bond OR, CHO C double bond R dash, CH2O C double bond R double dash, where R, R dash and R double dash may be same or different alkyl group. This formula is called the triacylglycerol or the triglyceride. Fatty acids. With only a few exceptions, all the monocarboxylic acid isolated from fat and oils are straight chain compounds containing 3 to 18 carbon atoms. Further, with the exception of only C3 and C5 acids, all the acids found in fat and oil contain even number of carbon atoms. The chief saturated fat acids present in the oils and fat are: besides saturated fatty acids, unsaturated fatty acid containing one or more double bond in cis orientation may also be present in oils and fat. The chief unsaturated fatty acids present in oils and fats are linoleic acid, oleic acid having the formula C17H33COOH, Linoleic acid having the formula C17H31COOH. Classification of glycerides. The three fatty acids in glycerides may be same or different. Therefore, glycerides are classified as simple or mixed glyceride according as they have the same or different acid residue. For example, glycer tripamylite, which is called the simple glyceride, or the alpha oleo beta plamito alpha destyrin, that is called the mixed glyceride. Glycerides are further classified into the saturated and unsaturated glyceride according as they contain saturated fatty acid residue or the unsaturated fatty acid residue. Both simple and mixed glycerides are found in natural oils or fat. In fact, oils and fat are complex mixture of mixed glycerides along with a small amount of simple glycerides. The chemical difference between oil and fat, the main difference between oil and fat is the proportion of saturated and unsaturated glycerides. Triglycerides with higher proportion of saturated acid residue such as phlegmatic acid, stearic acids are solids at ordinary temperature 298 Kelvin and are called fat, while those with higher proportion of unsaturated acid residue such as oleic acid, linoleic acid, etc. are liquid at the ordinary temperature and are called oils. Melting point of glycerides. As stated above, fatty acid have one or more double bond, having less stable cis stereochemistry. For example, oleic acid having formula C17H33COOH has 1,6 double bond at C9. Linoleic acid having formula C17H31COOH has 2 double bond at C9 and C12, while linolenic acid having formula C17H29COOH has 3 cis double bond at C9, C12 and C13 position. These cis double bond have vital biological importance. In the solid state, the molecules of saturated fatty acids fit closely in the crystal lattice due to their zigzag tetrahedral structure. On the other hand, cis unsaturated fatty acids have a bend at the double bond and anions do not fit closely, thereby lowering their melting point. Chemical property. Fat and oils being triester of glycerol show all the reaction of simple ester. In case the glycerides contain unsaturated fatty acid residue, they also show the usual addition and oxidation reaction of alkene. Some important reaction of fat and oils are given below. First, hydrolysis. Fat and oils are readily hydrolyzed by treatment with superheated steam, minerals acid or alkalis. Fat and oil react with 3 molecules of water at 500 Kelvin pressure or H3O positive, then it will give glycerol plus fatty acid. Hydrolysis by superheated steam or mineral acid give a mixture of fatty acids and glycerol. However, when the hydrolysis is carried out by alkalis, glycerol or salt of fatty acids are formed. Fat and oil react with 3 mole of NaOH, it will give glycerol plus sodium salt, that is called the SOP. Since the salt of higher fatty acid thus formed are used as a SOP, the alkaline hydrolysis is commonly called saponification. In the digestive system of human being and animal, fat and oils are hydrolyzed to glycerol and fatty acid by a number of enzymes called lipase. Second reaction is hydrogenation. Oils which contain a high proportion of unsaturated glycerides add on hydrogen in the presence of finely divided nickel or catalyst to form solid fat. For example, triolene in the presence of nickel at 453 Kelvin temperature, 20 to 40 psi pressure, then it will form the tristirene having the melting point 334 Kelvin. This process is called the hydrogenation or the hardening of oil. It is similar to catalytic hydrogenation of alkene and involves the reduction of double bond present in unsaturated glycerides to form saturated glyceride. This process is extensively used for the manufacturing of banaspati ghee such as dalta, gagan, etc. from ground nut, peanut, sunflower and other edible oil. Hydrogenation is never carried out to completing, but it stops as soon as the fat of considered comparable to ghee is obtained. The completely hydrogenated fat are too hard to be careful as kitchen storage shortening. The main advantage of hydrogenation is that as compared to oil, fats have better storage quality and do not become recent easily. Third reaction is hydrolysis, conversion to alcohol. Fat and oil on treatment with hydrogen at a high temperature and pressure and in the presence of copper chromite as catalyst undergo reductive cleavage to form glycerol and long chain alphatic alcohol. For example, diastyrene in the presence of 6H2O and in the presence of copper Cr2O4 high temperature and pressure it will give glycerol plus an octadeci alcohol. This splitting of a fat or an oil to glycerol and a long chain alcohol by hydrogen is called the hydrogenolysis. The long chain alcohol thus formed are used for the manufacturing of synthetic detergent. Fourth is transesterification. Fat and oil can be converted into simple ester by carboxylic acid such as methyl ethyl ester by transesterification. It involves the treatment of a fat or an oil with a large excessive of a suitable alcohol in the presence of acid or basic catalyst. For example, alpha oleo beta stereo alpha dash plamate in the presence of 3CH3OH in the presence of CH3ONA it will glycerol and the mixture of methyl oleate, methyl stearate and methyl pamylate. The process of trans esterification is quite useful for the large scale preparation of the long chain fatty acids and long chain primary alcohol of high purity. For this purpose, the mixture of methyl ester obtained by trans esterification is subjected to fractional distillation to separate the individual ester. This upon hydrolysis yield fatty acid of high purity. Alternatively, the individual methyl ester are reduced to get long chain primary alcohol. Fifth, addition of halogens. Like alkene, unsaturated glycerides add halogen across the double bond to form addition product. The addition of iodine is usually carried out by treating the fat or the oil with the iodine in the presence of mercury chloride as catalyst. Since the amount of iodine used is proportional to the number of double bond present, therefore this reaction is used for the determination of extent of unsaturation in the given fat or the oil. Sixth is rancidity. When fat and oil are exposed to warm air and moisture for a long time, they develop a disagreeable smell and taste. This process is called rancidity and involves the hydrolysis of ester to produce fatty acid and oxidation at double bond to form short chain acids and aldehyde. These short chain acids and aldehyde are volatile and have offensive smell. Therefore, they impart unpleasant odor to oil and fat. Rancidity is of the following two types. First is hydrolytic rancidity. This type of rancidity is caused by the liberation of lower fatty acid by hydrolysis of triglycerides. For example, when butter is exposed to warm air and moisture, the hydrolysis of glyceride is butter yield butyric acid and other volatile acids with unpleasant odor. A butter glyceride in the presence of lipase and 3 molecule of water, it will give glycerol plus and butyric acid plus caproic acid plus have caprylic acid have unpleasant odor. This process of hydrolysis is catalyzed by enzyme which are provided by the microorganism present in air. This type of hydrolytic rancidity can however be checked by keeping the butter covered in a refrigerator. Second is oxidative rancidity. This type of rancidity is caused by the oxidation of the unsaturated triglyceride by air to form short chain acids and aldehyde having unpleasant smell. It is believed that first the ester linkage or hydrolysis to yield unsaturated acid which undergo oxidation at the site of double bond to produce short chain acids and aldehyde. For example, oleic acid in the presence of oxygen it will give azelaic acid plus B-lachronic acid. Oxidative rancidity can be prevented by the addition of certain chemicals called Antioxidants, two oxidants which occur in the natural fats are vitamin C and vitamin E. Analysis of fat and oils. Fat and oil are extensively used in the number of industry. Therefore, it is essential to check the quality of a given fat and oil. This involves the determination of physical constant such as melting point, specific gravity, refractive index, and the chemical constants such as acid value, iodine values, saponification value, etc. Some important chemical constants are discussed below. First, acid value. It is defined as a number of milligram of potassium hydroxide required to neutralize the free fatty acid present in 1 gram of a fat or an oil. The acid value is determined by dissolving a known weight of a given fat or a oil in a pure neutral alcohol and titrating against standard KOH solution using phenolphthalein as an indicator. The acid value is a measure of free acid present in a given fat or oil. A high acid value indicates that the sample of the fat or a oil is quite old and has become rancid. Second, saponification value. It is defined as a number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide required to completely saponify 1 gram of the fat or a oil. In the other word, it represents the amount of potassium hydroxide in milligram required to neutralize the fatty acid formed as a result of complete hydrolysis of 1 gram of oil or a fat. Saponification value is determined by refluxing a weighted quantity 1 to 2 gram of the fat or a oil with a known excess of standard alcoholic potassium hydroxide solution and then titrating the unreacting alkali against a standard acid. For example, saponification value of triurate and tripalmitin can be determined as follows. From the equation, 1 mole of fat is equal to 3 mole of KOH, or 638 gram of fat is equal to 3 multiply 56 multiply 1000 mg of KOH. So the saponification value is equal to 3 multiply 56 multiply 1000 upon 638, and that is nearly equal to 263 mg of KOH per gram of fat. Similarly, for tripalmitin have molecular weight 806, the saponification value is equal to 168,000 upon 806, that is equal to 208. Thus, the saponification value give an idea about the molecular weight of fat or a oil. Obviously, smaller the saponification value, higher is the molecular weight. For example, tripalmitin molecular weight 806 have a saponification value of 208, whereas triurate with molecular weight 638 have a saponification value of 263. The saponification value also indicates the length of carbon chain of the acid moiety present in the oil or fat. Higher the saponification value, greater the percentage of short chain fatty acid in the glycerides of fat and oil. Butter with short chain fatty acids have saponification value between 210 to 230, whereas soybean oil has saponification value between 189 to 195. Saponification value is used to determine the adulteration of a fat or an oil with some other oil or fat with lower or higher saponification value, or even by some unsaponified matter. Third is iodine value. It is defined as a number of gram of iodine that will combine with 100 gram of fat or oil. Iodine value may be determined by any one of the following two methods. First is Hubel method. In this method, a solution of non-weight of a fat or a oil in CClO4 is allowed to react with a non-excess of a saturated solution of iodine in ethanol in presence of mercury chloride as catalyst. The unreacting iodine is then determined by titrating it against standard sodium thiosulfate solution using starch as an indicator. For example, the iodine value of triolene may be calculated as follow. From the above equation, 1 mole of oil is equal to 3 mole of iodine, that is equal to 884 gram of triolene, that is equal to 6 multiply 127 gram of iodine. The iodine value of triolene is equal to 6 multiply 127 upon 884 multiply 100, that is equal to 86. Third method is Wiss method. In this method, the solution of more reactive iodine monochloride (ICl) in glacial acetic acid is used in place of iodine and mercury chloride. A non-weight of an oil and fat is dissolved in CHCl3. This solution is then added, ICl added across the double bond. The ICl left unused is then treated with the Ki solution to liberate an equivalent amount of iodine. The liberated iodine is then titrated against standard hypo solution using starch as an indicator. The amount of ICl that is added across the double bond is then determined using the following relation. Iodine value is equal to V1 minus V2 multiply N multiply 12.7 upon W, where V1 is equal to volume of hypo used for blank titration, V2 is equal to volume of hypo used for unreacting ICl, N is equal to normality of a hypo solution, and W is equal to weight of a oil or fat taken. Iodine value is a measure of the extent of unsaturation present in an oil or a fat. Higher the iodine value, more unsaturation is the oil or a fat. For example, iodine value of linseed seed oil is equal to 170 to 185. Tung oil have value 163 to 171. Soybean oil is equal to 127 to 138. And sunflower value 140 to 156. And olive oil is equal to 80 to 100. Fourth method is RM value, which is called a ritual Messel value. It is defined as a number of milligram of 0.1 normal KHO required to neutralize the stem volatile fatty acid obtained by completely hydrolysis of 5 gram of the fat or oil. To determine the RM value, a known weight of a fat or oil is completely saponified with alkali. The resulting solution is acidified with dilute H2SO4 and then subjected to steam distillation. The distillate which contain the volatile acid is then titrated against 0.1 normal KHO solution. The RM value is then calculated as follow. RM value is equal to volume of 0.1 normal KOHO used for neutralization multiply 5 upon weight of the fat or oil taken. RM value is a measure of volatile fatty acid residue present in a given fat or oil. It is highly useful for testing the purity of butter and desi ghee, which contain a relative high proportion of glycerides of butyric acid and other stem volatile acid residue. The RM value of adulterated butter is always lower than that of the pure butter. Industrial oil of vegetable origin, drying oil. Certain oil such as the tung oil, pillaril oil, when exposed to air in a thin layer, formed hard and tough water-soluble solids. This is called a drying, and such oils are called drying oil. Oil like olive oil, groundnut oil, which do not dry when exposed to air is called non-drying oil, and those which dry slowly such as a cotton seed oil are called semi-drying oil. Chemically drying oil contain a high percentage of unsaturated glyceride as shown by their high iodine value. On the other hand, non-drying oil have low iodine value while semi-drying oil have intermediate iodine value. For example, drying oil have iodine value above 150, non-drying oil have iodine value less than 100, while semi-drying oil have intermediate iodine value. Unsaturated glycerides contain linoleic acid and linolenic acid, such as the unsaturated fatty acid residue. These acids contain 2 or 3 isolated double bonds respectively. In general, drying oil contain unsaturated glycerides with conjugated double bond, drying more rapidly than those containing isolated double bond. Drying oils are used as a medium for paint, varnish, and lacquer. In fact, paints are suspension of some pigments or the organic color matter in licensed seed to which some terpenite oil have been added as a thinner. When these paints are applied on an wooden or iron surface in thin layer, then quickly dry up to form a tough organic film which protect the surface being painted. Mechanism. The actual process of drying does not simply involve the removal of moisture or the evaporation of solvent, but involve complex changes. It is believed that the reactive allyl Hydrogen present in unsaturated glycerides are first attacked by oxygen to form hydroperoxy compounds, which then combine with an allylic hydrogen of the other glycerides molecule, forming peroxide bridge. The monomer molecule thus obtained subsequently undergo polymerization to form a tough network solid. The whole process is sketched below. Next is soap. Substance like soap and synthetic detergent, which concentrate at the surface of the solution or the interface. Form surface film, reduce surface tension of the solution, and help in removing dirt and dust by emulsifying grease are called surface active agent or surfactants. The molecule of the surfactant contain two characteristics group, one of which is water soluble called the hydrophilic and other which is oil soluble called the hydrophilic. You are called lyophilic or lipophilic. Soap are sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acids such as palmitic acid, formula C15H31COH, stearic acid having formula C17H35COH, and oleic acid formula C17H33COH. These soap are generally obtained by the hydrolysis of oil and fat with aqueous alkalis. The process is called saponification of oil and fat. The fat and oil commonly used for soap manufacturing are tallow, lard, olive oil, lysine oil, rapeseed oil, coconut oil, palm oil. Soap containing 12 to 18 chain atom have good cleansing action. Soap with 12 carbon are comparatively soluble in water, whereas soap contain 18 to 22 carbon atom are not useful as soap because of their solubility in water. Sodium salt are generally harder and anions are called the hard soap. These are used for washing of cloth. Potassium soap, on the other hand, are more expensive and produce a softer leather, and anions are called soft soap. They are used for making shaving cream, shampoos, liquid soap, etc. Transparent soap are prepared by dissolving ordinary soap in alcohol and removing the insoluble part by filtration. Evaporation of alcohol leave behind transparent mass. Soap are 100% biodegradable. For example, microorganisms present in sewage water can completely oxidize soap into CO2. As a result, it does not create any pollution problem. However, soap has two disadvantages. First, soap cannot be used in hard water since calcium and magnesium ion present in hard water produces curdy while precipitates of calcium and magnesium soap. Second, soap cannot be used in acidic solution since acid precipitate the insoluble free fatty acids which adhere to the fabrics and thus block the ability of soap to remove oil and grease from fabric. Synthetic detergent. These days, in a place of soil, the substance which are being largely used as a cleaning agent are the synthetic detergent. As the name suggested, they are obtained from purely synthetic chemical as compared to soap, which are derived from chemical, which are obtained from natural sources like the oil, fat. In fact, synthetic detergent are sodium or potassium salt of long chain alkyl hydrogen sulfate or aryl sulfonic acid. Unlike soap, synthetic detergent can be conveniently used even in hard water. This is due to the reason that calcium and magnesium salt of detergent, like the sodium or potassium salt, are soluble into water. And hence synthetic detergent do not form curdy, white precipitate with hard water. Further, they can also be used in acidic solution. However, synthetic detergent have one disadvantage. Unlike soap, they are not completely biodegradable and hence cause water pollution. Synthetic detergent are of three types. First, anionic detergent. They are so called because a large part of their molecule are anion. They are of two types. First, alkyl sulfates. They are obtained from long chain alcohol by treatment with concentrated H2SO4 followed by neutralization with NaOH. Some important example of this type of detergent are sodium lauryl sulfate, formula C11H23CH2OSO3 negative Na positive, and C17H35CH2OSO3 negative Na positive. Sodium lauryl sulfate is also called the sodium dodecyl sulfate and used in shampoo and cosmetics. These sodium alkyl sulfate are 100% biodegradable. These are also effective in slightly acidic solution since they form an alkyl hydrogen sulfate, which is soluble material, whereas soap react with acidic solution to form insoluble fatty acids. Second is alkyl benzene sulfonate. These are obtained by conversion of benzene into long chain alkyl benzene followed by sulfonation and neutralization with NaOH. The most widely used domestic detergent is the sodium para and diodeoxyline benzene sulfonate. Another important example is sodium 2-dodecyl benzene sulfonate. Alkyl benzene sulfonate, in which the phenyl group is either attached to the end of the long alkyl chain or any secondary position, have high biodegradable and enhance are called soft detergent, while alkyl benzyl sulfonate having branch chain alkyl group have poor biodegradability and enhance are called hard detergent. To differentiate this detergent on the basis of biodegradability, alkyl benzene sulfonate having long straight chains such as sodium para and dodecyl benzene sulfonate and sodium